No, understand.
Yeah. Hey, no, that's fine. No permission.
You not gonna put medicine last night.
Huh?
You ain't gonna put medicine for the last 2 nights.
No, no. I've been pooping. Oh.
Let's get to it. We have the heaviest snow of the day falling right now. You can see reduced visibilities in the junction. This will quickly cover the roads, even the ones that have been treated. We're going to see the heaviest snowfall that we've seen all day within the next next couple of hours. So the heaviest part of this winter weather, so wonderland, is moving through. So we'll give you this update. Heaviest now between now and 7 p.m. Roads will deteriorate. You'll notice that snow easing to flurries somewhere around 9, 10 o'clock tonight.
Okay, we're
Temperatures
just
will
doing
stay in the
adjustment.
mid to upper 20s
Why
overnight
do
tonight.
some?
So we will see some
You can't go
improvement
back in your
to
TV.
that level for roads that are currently being tended to. 29, our current temperature in Louisville. Areas surrounding us are in the mid to upper 20s. Pavement temperatures are just slightly below that freezing mark. We do have roads that were all green at one point earlier today, but you're starting to see more and more of that yellow and orange show up. So that's just an indication that the roads are becoming. What specific training did you have to organize for? This is your daughter? I want you to tell me what specific education and training to open a spa.
So we have a certification in certification
Winter storm warning still in effect from tonight and tomorrow morning.
Was a 5-day course that you and your daughter went to and got some certification from someplace in Texas?
you know, the technician showed us multiple times. So there's different levels to the body sculpting. So we started off at the basic level.
I want you to tell me, other than the 5 days, training with
That was through the training institution. So we do classes online.
you opened your spa in 2019.
Weekend, especially on Sunday. We're going to go above freezing. How about that? That 7-day forecast that is coming up next.
That sounds good, doesn't it? Really good.
Correct. So
Or
that I took over the years.
And that gave you a certificate.
Multiple certificates.
That 5 days. Yeah, I'd like to see it.
Absolutely.
I'm going to show it to you. Thank you. This is also ridiculous thing. So, it's known that the Discrete Laser Institute recognition of successful
Say simply put, they don't know where else that is convenient for them to go.
has conferred upon Tasha Cole in recognition of successfully completing the non-invasive advanced body contouring and skin tightening
winter man.
improvement of elasticity of the skin ultrasound, radio frequency, and mechanical modalities with all the rights and privileges thereunto appertaining.
Snowplow crews. 12 additional snowplows will be operating
Winter
along these
storm.
multi-lane roadways, bringing the total number of snowplows operating in the metro to 70. The extra crews are going to help alleviate the snow crews that we already have on the roads, allowing them to make multiple passes over multiple hours so that the snow crews in the metro area can address the other smaller roadways that are still in Jefferson County. But these snow crews, they do need the community's help, especially with clearing those emergency routes. Move your car off the street if you haven't already to help them be able to make the passes down every metro roadway. One, it helps the community ensure safety so that we can get as much snow off the street as possible. It also really helps make sure that vehicles aren't damaged. And the third thing it does is it just helps the drivers work as efficiently as possible. And a reminder, these crews have been working non-stop since Sunday. They've been working in 12-hour shifts at a time, helping to clear these roads. If you have a concern with the metro road, you are asked to call 311. You're going to see some roadways across Jefferson County that may be clearer than others. That's because there are some smaller cities in Jefferson County who are clearing roads in their areas, as well as a lot of HOAs who are handling roads in their areas. So if you see a concern with the road in the metro, call 311 to help them out, to let them know that there is a concern concern there. Reporting live in St. Matthews, Alina Noakes, Wave News.
All right, thank you, Alina. And as more snow falls, JCPS says that it'll continue to monitor conditions to determine when it's safe for students to come back to class. Wave News reporter David Mattingly talked with district leaders about why online learning hasn't been an option this week. He joins us live outside the Academy at Shawnee with reaction from parents.
Myra, in addition to watching the weather as we're doing right now, parents are also watching the calendar and wondering how much longer. They're starting to also wonder about the potential consequences of being out of the classroom for so long. When a snow day turns into a snow week, we find JCPS parents looking for creative ways to get out of the house. The Kentucky Science Center was just what the doctor ordered for Willie Williams and his 4 students, ages ranging 6 to 13. You got your hands full on a good day.
Yeah, but that's cool. The Louisville Science Center's still up and be able to come do activities with the kids, so I'm pretty sure they enjoyed it.
A few hours of fun, a distraction from the looming question of how much longer before schools reopen. Williams believes each day creates a growing challenge.
Providing the kids the motivation to get back in the classroom and then wanting to go back to school for being out so long. I know when I was a kid, if I had a break like this, I probably wouldn't go back to school either.
There's also the issue of family fatigue. Extended snow days can become too much of a good thing.
It's also had its challenges, being locked up in the house for several days, limited on what we're able to do. So.
What are you going to do next week if classes aren't open?
I don't know.
JCPS tells us remote learning is not an option. Middle and high school students are entering a new semester, and in some cases haven't even met their teachers yet. Inclement weather could interrupt online classes with power outages, and because they were on winter break, all students do not have internet or computer access, leaving parents like Kevin Canterbury using a trip to the zoo to fill the time with his kindergarten, 4th, and 6th grade students.
Honestly, that's in the back of my mind about lost learning time and trying to make up for it in late May, maybe June. That's in the back of my mind, but for right now, we're trying to make the most of it.
Now, as for Monday, I asked JCPS what are the chances of them getting the classrooms open again. I was told that they are monitoring the weather conditions and they are consulting with the National Weather Service. Reporting live, David Mattingly, Wave News.
All right, thank you so much, David. And the winter storm isn't stopping people across Wave Country from helping those in need in our communities. Wave News reporter Fernando Garcia Franceschini caught up with a man taking people to their medical appointments today. He joins us live from New Albany.
Hey, Myra. Well, we've heard about how the snow is impacting people on the Kentucky side, and here in Indiana, it's still falling very consistently. It's definitely gotten heavier over the last couple of hours, but regardless of how it's going to look like today, the people I spoke to said that that's not going to stop them from helping people in need. Listen to this. Since Sunday's winter storm, members of the Rough Cut and Stir Crazy Jeep clubs have helped out about 150 people get to wherever they needed to go. And earlier today, we spoke to Tony Cook. He was taking a woman to her dialysis appointment. He tells me it's important for him to help those struggling to get around in this weather, and he described this as a gratifying experience.
It's just getting to know the different people, their backgrounds a little bit, and the smiles on their faces at the end of the day, knowing that we made a difference in their life.
And aside from taking people to medical appointments, they've also helped nurses get to their jobs and have also helped people get out of the snow in case their cars are stuck in the snow and the ice. And if you at home need help from these volunteers, you can find information on how to reach out to them with this story on wave3.com. Reporting live in New Albany, Fernando Garcia Franceschini, Wave News.
All right, thank you, Fernando. And now is the perfect time to download the Wave Weather app. Our Wave Storm Tracking team is tracking snow and dropping temperatures in your area, and it also makes it easy to share your photos with us. And the app is free in your app store. And you can also stay alert with Wave Weather Now. It's our 24/7 weather stream. It's up live on our website. Be sure to head over to wave3.com, click on Wave Now tab, and select our Wave Weather Now channel. And that way you can get the forecast on your time. Well, coming up, new legislation hopes to expand job opportunities for Kentucky decades with criminal records. We're learning how the bill could put in place a formal process to help convicted felons land the right job. And the family of a man hit by a shuttle bus during the 2024 PGA Championship has filed a lawsuit after his death. We're going to hear from their attorneys on why they say the incident was preventable.
A new year, a new winter blast. We still have the winter storm warning in place through tomorrow. Freezing temperatures, snow, and ice.
Could be one of the more substantial winter storms we've seen around here.
Your wave.
Once you get to that age, get everything, even in your own house, to where it's a smooth transition when a loved one does pass away. So,
Well, it was certainly a pleasure to meet your father. I'm sorry he passed away so quickly, but we're honored that we were able to help and now helping your mother, and we got everything organized. So thank you for the opportunity.
oh, thank you so much.
It's still snowing outside. WHAS 11 weather January 2025.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance, so I saved hundreds.
All right, switching to weather now. Once again, we're saying good morning to meteorologist Matt Breland. Matt, hope you brought your...
Today's the day to do it because tomorrow we are expecting a winter storm to arrive as we head into the morning hours, and it's going to be lasting until about Monday afternoon. And behind that, a very intense period of cold weather that's going to be settled across the Ohio Valley for most of next week. So this winter weather warning is in place until Monday at 1 p.m. That's because clouds in our skies further towards the west. Some of the
Declaration.
is to expire Monday at 1 p.m. But now, due to quiet, we're starting to see some of those clouds slowly make.
Yes.
I am Chief Meteorologist Ben Pine here in the Weather Impact Team. So don't be surprised if you hear that thunder. Might get that
325. Hello.
And out to the west, you can see there is plenty more to come over the next 7.
Mallory, I know you've been really
afternoon, and you see pretty much all of Kentuckiana will feel some kind of impact from this Monday. So taking a look at one of the options for the future cast here, we will stay quiet and dry throughout much of the day today, Saturday as well, even into sunrise Sunday morning. But by mid to it's going to change that percent. It's ahead of a cold front, but temperatures still remaining above freezing, so minimal impacts this morning. All eyes turning on that.
You know, Alex, I went to the gym today and 70 in Louisville.
WHAS 11 weather JAN.
I see missed call, and then 5:23 a.m. audio call. How do I know that that's her?
Complete opposites from coast to coast right now, Mallard.
I don't understand this. Explain this to me.
Clouds have been keeping us milder the last couple of nights.
Shows here at a little bit before 5 a.m. she missed calls. She was going to answer at 5:23 and had a 1-minute conversation. After that conversation, she sent me to
But we are in for another round of snow showers as we head into our day today. They're already starting. Already popping up across parts of Kentuckiana, including here in the Louisville Metro. Further towards our west, we're seeing some of those moderate snow showers already firing up. We're going to see this pattern continue as we head further on into. Certainly some good advice there. We're going to see them become more intense as we head into the later part.
On contact, so we are going to have some. At 29 degrees, so a pretty large winter system here. And notice some darker blue colors out to the west that have yet to come. So those are some heavier snowfall rates that are going to slide to the east. And notice that snow all the way down to the deeps.
Tim Strappin and Addie.
Who are looking at.
But we are in for another. A winter storm warning is still in place until Saturday at 7 a.m. This is because we're expecting 4 to 6 inches of accumulation plus temperatures below freezing. That's going to keep that accumulated snow around for a while. On the radar, you'll notice flurries already popping up across parts of Kentuckiana, including here.
And Matt, a lot of people that.
We're expecting accumulating snow with the next winter setup as we head into Friday, and then behind that, another round of this just issued through the overnight hours for us here in Kentuckiana until Saturday at 7 a.m. We are anticipating 3 to 6 inches of snowfall. That's going to be around as we head into Friday evening. Clear and quiet so far this morning. We're seeing a lot of that cloud cover finally break apart. We're expecting sunshine to arrive as we head into the afternoon hours, but it's not going to be lasting into our day tomorrow. The next round of snow developing across Texas. This area of low pressure is going to be traveling across the Midwest and into the southeast, making southern Indiana your and Thursday evening. As we head into the nighttime, cloud cover increases with us and headed into our Friday morning.
Evening, roadways will easily be slick and completely snow covered all of tomorrow afternoon and evening. So with that said, we already have declared a winter storm warning posted for all the area. This is from the
Definitely need all-wheel, four-wheel drive with the snow. Morning, not looking at accumulating snow until we head into Friday afternoon, Friday evening, and Friday night. It's not going to be as big of a storm system for us as what we saw Sunday into Monday, but we have little melting. Ooh, winter storm watch, winter storm warning, it looks like already across portions of Arkansas and into Texas, Dallas area, and this stretches over to Atlanta as well. So the track of this system will be much farther to the south. 30s for highs, overnight lows ranging from the single digits to the 20s dependent upon the day. And once again, Friday, a weather impact alert day. Taking a look at the satellite and this will eventually head our direction, though a lot of it will stay off to our north. We'll kind of be on the tail end tonight, and that can bring us kind of just a coating of snowfall on the grassy or elevated surfaces tonight and into tomorrow morning. Current temperatures across. Heading back to the office. With some lingering clouds, wind gusts from the northwest tomorrow, 20 to 25 miles per hour, so wind chills will be an issue. Then looking ahead to Sunday and Monday, I know there's been a lot of noise on social media about this winter storm. It does look like it will impact the region. The big question marks still remain. The exact timing, though that's being ironed out here, the precip type, because
At Harbor Freight, we do business.
Here, it is going to be sticking around for the majority of our Sunday and into Monday. And into Monday, all day for both days, snow and ice are going to be our main weather threats. We're expecting accumulations of foot, and that's what's going to lead to some of these hazardous travel conditions. So the winter storm warning now in place until 7 p.m. on Monday. We're still staying under mostly quiet conditions, a few passing clouds beginning to make their way into our skies, but over towards the west, you'll notice that we are starting to see a few of those flurries begin to band together just across the very edge of western Kentucky. It's all connected to the upcoming system that is still shaping up.
I'll be there.
Mounts. As we progress further on into the morning,
I just went out.
825. Hello, everybody. I'm Doug Profit with you again. Let's go right to downtown Louisville. Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg giving a 5 o'clock update, his first update of the day for the winter storm.
But please stay home, stay warm, continue to stay informed, and stay connected with others. If there are people who you know that need a helping hand, please reach out. That's what Louisville's all about. I know that we do for others in times, challenging times. This is one of them. We're experiencing severe weather that we've not experienced in many years. Thanks to everyone who is staying home. There are many roads that are not seeing a lot of traffic right now. That's helping us get the roads clear, and that's keeping you safe as well. We'll talk more about that. So thanks for people, to everyone that's heeding our warning. As of right now, we've got 200 folks across Louisville Metro government that have been working all day, that are working through the night to cover all 110 of our snow routes. That's 2,700 of lane miles throughout the entire county. As of right now, all but just a couple have had at least one pass on the road today. We started this morning by salting all of the roads, and then since about noon, all of the trucks that have been out had been both plowing and salting the roads. I rode today with Deshaun, we were plowing on Hurstbourne Lane. We were on Fern Valley, Poplar Level, Hurstbourne Lane, and as he said, we are going to get this done. We have an extremely committed snow team that is working hard day and night to clear the roads, and that's going to continue through this evening. And it's important to remember that because of the speed of the accumulation of the snow throughout the day, because of the freezing rain that's coming down on us right now, just because we've made one pass at the roads does not mean that it's safe to get out there and drive on yet. I've been seeing stranded motorists all across the city all day. I saw a car that was stranded literally in the middle of the Watershed Expressway that cars had to go around both ways. We saw an accident happen. We were driving on 65 North. A car was driving 65 South, and it was scraping up against the wall. We've seen people that are stranded on all sorts of different streets, so please, unless you have to, stay home. We're going to talk a little bit more about some of the numbers of responses that we've had here in a moment. It's important to note that we've prepared for this storm by lots of people working many long hours here at MetroSafe and Public Works and our Parks Department, Fleet and Facility, Codes and Regulations, Firehouses, LMPDs, and everybody. And I just want to thank our entire team throughout all of Louisville Metro government. We're going to continue to talk about more about what we've done and what we're doing. But let's get right to John Gordon with the National Weather Service to tell us a little bit about what we've seen throughout the day and what we can expect going into the overnight hour. Again, for people's safety, not everyone is here with us today. We've got a few people that are joining us virtually for this briefing. John's one of those folks. Let's see if the technology works and turn it over to John Gordon from the National Weather Service.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Yeah, it's the snow came in just as we expected. I see the slides behind you, so I know it's working good. We have about 67 inches of snow in the metro, and right now is the most complicated part of the entire forecast. Okay, the snow is easy to forecast. So across the metro right now, if you're in places like Fairdale and up against the Bullitt County line, you're experiencing freezing rain and sleet. If you're in Anchorage and Middletown like me, I'm getting sleet and moderate snow. The cold air from the north is colliding there with the snow, the warm air to the south, right around the metro. It's going to be very complicated the next 6 to 7 hours. Overnight, less complicated, light freezing drizzle before we get more snow in the morning. So let's go through the slides here. I'll go slowly on these. We still have the warning out. You see the high. I don't know what more we can do. It's happening. It's going to happen. And the worst part of the storm is really the next 7-8 hours. This will end tomorrow afternoon, and we'll go from there. As you can see, we have significant impact all across the metro with, as the mayor said, sleet, snow, and now freezing rain. There's a lot of ice accretion. If you go down to Elizabethtown, they're getting 1/4 to 1/3 of ice right now. Okay, Litchfield, Hodgenville, it's there. It's right on the edge. So obviously, snow is better than ice, right? So let's hope for more snow. All right, so we'll continue. Let's go to Louisville, line 4. You see right now we're continuing the mix. That will continue through about 2 or 3 in the morning, and then we'll slowly transition with light freezing drizzle overnight. And then maybe mid-morning we'll get another 1 to 2 inches of snow tomorrow morning. Be out of here 1, 2 o'clock tomorrow, hasta la vista, and then we get the cold right behind there. So, next slide. You see the 6 to 10 inch swath? I still think that's a good number. Louisville, Mr. Mayor, I say at your house you're going to get 9 to 10 inches. Right across the metro. On the south part of Louisville, up against Bullitt County, I think you'll be in the 6 to 7 inch range. If you're up against the Oldham and Clark and Floyd County line, I think you'll be more in the 11 inch thing. There's a very, very tight gradient, and I wish UPS flies and get some data right off the deck. That would really help us figure this out. It's very complicated, honestly, right now. All right, here's the ice right in the metro. I still think a 1/2 inch is your target. Further to the south, up in the Bullitt County line, you could get 2/3 to maybe 3/4. Up to the north, a 1/4 to maybe 1/3 of an inch. Big difference in the metro. You wouldn't think that was such not a wide county, but that's the way it is right now. We had a couple more things. Wind. The wind this evening, you get some gusts around. Ali International's been gusting around 20, 21 at times. We'll see maybe gusts in the low 20s. That will continue through maybe early afternoon and then down, decreasing most of the week. The wind chill is not going to be a huge issue. It's tonight and tomorrow morning. All right? Let's go to the next one. This has the whole enchilada on there. Temperatures remain below freezing through Friday. That's a long time. I think we're still too warm. If you go to Louisville, that's 4 from the bottom. We have 4 on Thursday morning. If I was betting on DraftKings, I think your low will be 2 below. All right? When you have a snow and ice pack and a clearing sky, you're going to go cold. So I think we'll be colder. The one thing I did want to emphasize on this briefing is that this Friday there still is a potential for snow. My guys and I are trying to focus on this storm right now, but I think I'll say this for you, Matt, minor accumulation, we'll say right now. Not a major storm, but minor accumulation at this time. Most of the wind chills will not be significant because the winds are way down, but Thursday morning will be the coldest, affecting the homeless folks and everyone out and about across the city. Thursday morning, we'll have lows between 5 below and 10 above zero. And once again, the safety that we've been hitting, as the mayor said, I strongly discourage driving. I'm going to have to go in tonight only because I have to. Smart, stay home. Don't go out if you don't need to. There is just no reason to go out. The most difficult part, as I finish up, turn over to the mayor, this is the most complicated part of the forecast. If you're in the south part of Louisville and you're up against Bullitt County and up to the southwest in Hardin County, a lot more ice. If you're on the north side, more snow and sleet. So we'll be updating Metro government and all of our partners in the next 6 to 7 hours. I know it's complicated for Jennifer and their gang. I'm telling you, Matt, it's going to be a challenging forecast because you have a range across the metro, and that will continue. If you look at your favorite weather app, if you see the yellows, sleeting. If you see less than yellow, that's freezing rain. Okay, that's how you know. Just look for yellow. You're going to quickly. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, John. Really appreciate your continued information that you're providing to us and to others around the entire metro area. Really just taking on what John just said, please be patient. As you can hear, this weather event's going to continue through tomorrow afternoon, but then it's going to stay cold. That makes it difficult. So for our roads crew, we're going to have to continue to go over and over and over the roads to get this right. So please bear with us, and again, stay at home as long as you can. Just because we've touched the road, just because we've plowed them once, doesn't mean they're yet safe yet to go on. We also, we've got a lot of Metro employees, hundreds of people that are working on the roads and other ways to keep Metro government functioning throughout this weather event. We've got people that are taking people to and from work that have the appropriate vehicles that can do that more safely. I want to give special thanks to our fleet and facilities team that is keeping all the vehicles out on the road when there are mechanical issues, to our library staff, which has done a great job keeping libraries open so that they can be a warming center for individuals that are needed, to John Pilbeam and everyone with our homeless service division who's been out and about helping provide outreach to homeless individuals, to get them into warm areas and to get them into shelters. If you see somebody that's in need, you're not sure what to do, it's simple. Call 311 and they can help you get them in touch with the right resources that we need. Continue to operate under white flag. John mentioned it's going to stay cold all week. We'll stay under white flag operations, which means that our homeless shelters are available to continue to help bring people in from the warm that need a place. And then also, as you heard, with the ice beginning to fall, as it is right now, I just got in not too long ago from being outside. It definitely is falling. Our biggest concern is, one, the roads that we've been talking about, but also potential power outages. So we're continue to stay in touch with LG&E. So far during the day today, we have not had any significant power outages, but that's something that we're going to stay attuned to overnight with ice falling.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance, so I saved hundreds. With the money I saved, I thought I'd get a wax figure of myself. Cool, right? Look at the craftsmanship. I mean, they even got my nostrils right. It's just nice to know, years after I'm gone, this guy will be standing the test of... Ah! He's melting! Oh, geez. No! Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Get clean car happy and give your car a sparkling shine with Tidal Wave Auto Spa's Clean Club membership, where you can wash your car once a day, every day. Enjoy the Tidal Wave experience with an attendant pre-washing your car before the ultimate auto spa treatment. Afterwards, you can help yourself to our free vacuums, cleaning cloths, and spray cleaners for the perfect finishing touch. And our special members-only lane means you can get in, get clean, and get back on the road in minutes. Plus, there are no contracts. You can cancel anytime. Catch the happy wave by joining the Clean Club online or at any Tidal Wave Auto Spa location.
We're working to make sure all of our emergency backup plans are in place, including generators and backup sessions. We're going to keep working on the roads. Again, so I want to talk a little bit more about the roads here, and then I'm going to turn it over to Matt. We're going to keep overnight, we're going to keep working on the roads, plow and treatment. Folks like Deshaun that I was with today, as he was driving and plowing the roads and salting the roads, they're working on 12-hour shifts. So from 7 to 7 right now, we've got folks out there working, getting some rest, and coming back. They're going to keep at it until we get that job done. Thanks so much to Deshaun and everyone for doing that. Also, in terms of coverage, we've got Louisville Metro government working on it. We also have the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet. It's a partnership. Kentucky Transportation Cabinet covers our interstates, so 64, 71, 65, Watterson, Gene Snyder. All of those are covered and taken care of by the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet. Here with us today from District 5, the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet, is Matt Bullock to tell a little bit about their preparations, what they're doing, and what they're going to continue to do over the coming days. So I'm going to turn it over to Matt Bullock. Matt?
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. I don't want to repeat things that have already been said, but we did get started out this morning about 4 a.m., brought our full allotment of contractors in at 6, and so we are going through, as we speak, a transition of our first crew into our second crew who will work a 12-hour shift as well. There were periods of time, especially mid to late morning, where the rates of snowfall were greater than we could clear. We actually stopped salting mid to late morning and just went to plowing. So removing some of that material off the road and then coming back with some salt, which we did early afternoon. With the change into mixed precipitation and some freezing rain, I guess also with some sleet, it's actually given us a chance to catch up. So we don't have that snow fall rate that we had earlier today. We're actually seeing some of the interstates this afternoon. I've seen some white and yellow stripes, which I didn't see in mid-morning. So we've made some good progress there. We're going to continue at it until there are no more hazards. So that hopefully we can get a real good handle on the roads before the temperatures get to the point, as Mr. Gordon was talking about, they get to a point where our materials are not very effective anymore. So we can't necessarily push things around very well if they're still bonded to the pavement. So we do ask the folks, instead of using the resources like the state police and the LMPD and other local agencies for road conditions, that they can use our resources with the Transportation Cabinet. That's snowky.gov, snowky.ky.gov, and that's a good resource for roadway conditions. So we can let those agencies do what they need to do and then help people out on the roadways.
Thank you so much, Matt. I really appreciate that. One other thing that I'd like to clarify is that even with Kentucky Transportation Cabinet and Louisville Metro government that are both out there doing all the snow plowing, that does not mean that every road is going to be touched. If you live in a subdivision, for example, your homeowners association might be responsible for those roads. Or maybe if you live on a city street like I do, but it's at the end of a cul-de-sac, that is not on the snow route. We have our snow routes that are publicized. We keep up to date when the routes are complete, if they've been salted, if they've been plowed, if they've been both. Again, I made reference to that earlier, but not every street is touched. We try to get the most active streets with the most cars so that we can continue to get everyone on all the major and secondary streets covered. We'll continue to do that. But all that to be said, be careful. I know if your street is plowed or not, but please be careful. Next, I'm going to bring up Kelly Jones from Emergency Management Services. Kelly's going to give us a few stats on the activity that all of our emergency services providers have been working to help others that have been in need throughout the day today as we've been experiencing the winter weather. So now I'm going to turn it over to Kelly.
Thanks, Mayor, and I don't want to echo too much of what anybody said. I'm one of the old hats around here. I lived through a lot of things. The 74 tornado, the winter of 77, 78, 93, 94. And one thing I've learned, and I don't say this flippantly, is Louisvillians, if we take care of each other, we always come out on the other side and we come out ahead. It's about taking care of your neighbor, your friends, your family, each Louisvillian, and don't forget your pets. They're very important as well, very important. I just want to briefly thank my staff here in the ELC, our 911 dispatchers, our call takers, all the first responders, and folks that work at the hospitals, the people that are medically necessary to make this community safe. I thank each and every one of those people. Just one thing to say, remember to check your generator safety. We don't want any fatalities or injuries because someone didn't use a generator properly. If you are involved in a non-injury accident, you will be asked to file a delayed report, accident report, and you can do that by going to KY State Police, that's kystatepolice.ky.gov. If you are involved in an injury accident, you would call the police as you would any other time. And I would like to say today that our folks have worked hard. 93% of our calls today have been answered within 15 seconds. The rest of those within 20. If you find yourself stranded on the side of the highway, if you're in a life-threatening situation, please call 911. If you're not, remember to call 574-2111 and hit option 5. Since 6 this morning, we have taken 682 emergency calls, 721 non-emergency calls. I actually checked against last Sunday. We're actually down in calls. That's good. That's really good. It means folks are paying attention and doing the right things when we have less calls on a day like this than we do on a normal working day. We've only got 1 tree down right now, 4 wires down, 40 non-injury accidents today, minus the ones that may have been reported online, 6 injury accidents. All these things are good numbers, and it tells us that folks are listening to us. And again, just please take care of each other, and we can do anything we want around here. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Kelly. I know we want to get the questions from the media. Let me just talk about a few cancellations that we're aware of so far. As everyone probably knows, Jefferson County Public Schools has canceled classes for tomorrow, as have other school systems around the area and a lot of other schools as well, independent and private and parochial schools. Stay attuned to them for the latest information. But here are some other cancellations as well. TARC has suspended its evening routes. The last routes ran at 4 p.m. That includes TARC 3. We don't want anyone to be stranded. So if for some reason someone's return trip on TARC was impacted, folks can call 502-442-1675 for an emergency ride. That goes for TARC or TARC 3 passengers. If someone was stranded because of the suspension of service for the evening, please make that call. TARC will make a decision sometime late this evening, early tomorrow morning about service for tomorrow. In the Urban Service District, waste pickup for today and tomorrow has been suspended, and we'll let you know as soon as possible about a decision for Tuesday. Meals on Wheels service has been suspended, and we hope to get that back up and running as soon as that's safe. You can follow along on my accounts on social media, on X, on Facebook, on Instagram. We're providing the latest information that we have from city government, metro government, as well as from other partners. As soon as we have it, we're going to put it out there and continue to do briefings for the public throughout this snow event, the ice event. The emergency shelters will continue to stay open. Should there be major power outages and we need more emergency shelters, we will provide information on that plan as well. I also want to remind folks that
where's the weather? Do you have any more winter storm coverage? Or...
Charging patients $5,000.
The rest of tonight, about a quarter to a half inch of a glazing of ice will be possible. Can't rule out some more tree damage or power outages. We've seen a
We're watching all of these radar.
Still seeing a few flurries starting to pop up as we start to see a few of those scattered snow showers make their way in from the west. This is all part of the main system that's going to be traveling our direction. It's still shaping up across Colorado, but it's going to quickly cross.
Mallory, I know you've been really trying to find.
what kind of precipitation types we do see, but at this time it kind of looks like a mixed bag all across the region. Snow, sleet, ice, and us by that Sunday, Monday time frame. Your futurecast for
Now tonight at 5 on WHAS 11 News, we're getting you ready. We now have the first snow and ice totals that are being predicted for Sunday into Monday. A widespread number that could actually see 6 inches of snow in Metro Louisville alone on top of some ice. We're going to be
into the end of the weekend and early next week. Let's get started with the Winter Storm Watch, posted from the National Weather Service yesterday around this time, and it does begin Saturday night and stretches into the afternoon on Monday. We are not upgraded in a warning yet, but very soon, most likely by tomorrow morning, the National Weather Service will issue a winter storm warning for our neck of the woods. I want to give you Welcome into WHAS 11 News at noon, everybody. I'm Jim Stratman. We are going to be tracking that winter storm making its way into our area. Let's go ahead and get right on over to meteorologist Mallory Schnell, who's in studio with us. Mallory, everybody wants to know kind of the timing of it, what we can expect, and I think you all are still kind of
just through 1 p.m. on Monday, but it's not a one-size-fits-all forecast. We are expecting a mixed bag of precipitation that will transition from Sunday into Monday as well. We're talking snow, sleet, freezing rain, and rain. And we will really break down that forecast coming up in our full forecast in about 15 minutes. But
first here live at 11 o'clock on the WHAS. First here live at 11 o'clock on the WHAS 1119, the Winter Storm Watch. We've got one for Kentuckiana already posted that takes effect for the weekend as snow will start on Sunday. But first, as we light rain towards Jasper and out towards Tell City. This is the big story though, like Doug just mentioned, Winter Storm Watch. This begins Saturday night, goes through the day on Monday. So this incoming storm system
I chose Wix for my business.
All right, we are about to show you
the declaration of a state of
and wealth as we prepare for tomorrow's incoming winter storm. It's our top story here at 6:30. Thanks for joining us. I'm Alex Dieterer. Right now, safety is top of mind for state and local officials before a mixture of snow and ice enters Kentuckiana. WHAS 11's Alexandra Goldberg and foot.
In those upper 20s and the lower 30s, 27 Corden, 28 LaGrange, 28 Bardstown, 27 for you folks in Hodgenville. Now, the winter storm warning is now in place until 7 p.m. Monday, and that did have a bit of an advancement. It was supposed to expire Monday at 1 p.m., but now, due to a little bit of a change in the forecast and the track, we are expecting snow showers still to last until Monday, later on into the evening time. So as of right now, we continue to
moving on with all of that approaching.
Oh, that's the weather.
More information. Now let's go back to Matt this morning with a look outside. Matt.
That's right, yeah, we are continuing to stay in a sunning pattern for the rest of our Saturday. You'll notice across.
All right, switching to weather now. Once again, we're saying good.
So if you're needing to make that last minute trip to the grocery store, today's the day to do it because tomorrow we are expecting the winter storm to arrive as we head into the morning hours.
So we may have dodged a major bullet when it comes to 8 inches of ice, but Kentuckiana is covered, as you can see, with a blanket of snow upward. Let's start with what's going on out there right now, Mallory, and what's on the way.
Good morning, everyone. That's right. We are not done with this winter storm just yet. We do remain under this winter storm warning.
Here at 11 o'clock, the winter storm 2025. Well, the snow part is out of here.
Just funneling in a lot of this Arctic cold air. And also, we're tracking another system, expecting to arrive as we head into our Friday afternoon. This is going to bring...
Customize and save.
On WHAS 11 News at 5 right now. It's winter storm coverage 20... And new video this afternoon from the Sky 11 drone. It's lifting off from Waterfront Park as you see it happening, and it's going to head over right there. That's a snow-filled Louisville Slugger Field. Take a look, folks. The boys have...
More ice last night. Our temps are in the mid to upper 20s, steady right now, and some wind chills dipping down to the upper teens. The snow is now gone to the east. Winter storm warnings are now gone. We're left with clouds, maybe a stray flurry every once in a while, but no more.
Those snowplows are heading to more streets in Louisville for the winter storm of 2025. It is our top story right here on the WHAS 1119. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I'm Doug Prophet. The mayor says he's making the very... Checked in with Ben Pine now.
27 degrees. Might see a little late day sunshine, but the big next headline is going to be some Friday snow. We'll time it out and show you how much of that snowfall to expect coming up.
The sound we love to hear, Metro plow trucks, big and small, were hitting the city's designated snow routes today, all 110 of them, like the one you just saw there. Far Eastern Germany.
Good morning.
The rubber ducky that Travis was holding
That's
as
how
he
you
did
know.
that tease.
I love it. It's all across Kentuckiana, and today some sunshine trying to get in there, but it does look like it'll take until later on this evening and tonight for more clearing. Wind chills are in the teens in many spots, but once again, temperatures staying below freezing, and then we're tracking our next chance for accumulating snow. You can see as this time ticks along, starting Friday, more so Friday afternoon and evening. We'll be talking much more about this winter storm watch to the south. That's going to be coming up in our 7-day forecast.
Mallory, thank you. Snowplows are headed to more streets in Louisville. In response to this week's winter storm, the mayor said this expansion is a first for the city, a plan designed to help JC.
Oh. Nice.
This is the one. She fixed.
Here at 5, first tonight, we do want to update you the latest live look now at the parts of the Waterston Expressway, which has been shut down.
3 inches of snowfall. Once you get into that 4-inch plus, then it becomes a winter storm. And we're forecasting amounts of around 3 to 6 inches by tomorrow evening. Most of that snow coming down during the afternoon hours for our Friday. The snowstorm system not too far off to the southwest, making its way through Arkansas over the Mississippi River to Memphis. And look at all of the winter storm warnings covering many states, especially off to the south. This is going to be a deep south snow as well. Crippling snowstorm for some major metropolitan areas over the southern United States. Again, around morning goes until 7 a.m. on Saturday morning. What that means, a healthy dose of 3 to 6 inches of snow is going to be making for some pretty tricky travel as we close out the week and head right on into the weekend. Here's actually the storm system still brewing in portions of southeastern Texas. There's bands of snow from Oklahoma City towards Dallas, Texas right now, where they're expected to see upwards of a half foot to a foot of snow.
All right, Sam, and overnight, Sal Melendez with Louisville Public Works said its snow team has been working 84 plus hours straight in 12-hour shifts. That's 11.
Oh, oh, oh. What about the new one?
That could quickly, that batch alone, drop about an inch of snowfall. So winter storm warning will continue through the evening commute. Will likely get canceled.
Huh? Oh.
Right now, with band units giving us the rate of snowfall, and I guess the question is, when's this good? It's been a much easier forecast here.
Certainly some good advice there, Matt. It's time to be drippy. Arrive with us here in Kentuckiana. A winter storm warning still in place until 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. That's because we're still expecting some accumulating snowfall and steady freezing temperatures. That's going to keep the accumulated snowfall in place for us. A few flurries beginning to develop already across the Louisville metro, and we're going to really make its way into the Ohio Valley. A lot of that snowfall continues.
We have live team coverage for you tonight. Madeline Carter and Addie Myers will take care of that for you.
But first, Chief Meteorologist Jay Cardozo is in the Weather Center, tracking this latest round of snow. Jay.
4 years of constant crisis.
They're not stopping, and hey, folks, today we've got friendly snow flurries floating all over Kentuckiana again today as we are now getting you ready for Friday and more accumulating snow on top of what we've already got out there. But first here on this Wednesday on the winter.
Behind me, this is a map with a lot of colors on it. We're used to it. Of course, we had a lot of winter weather alerts Sunday into Monday of earlier this week, and now we're already looking at more winter weather alerts that are posted for Friday. Notice Louisville not in a weather alert right now. We're going to be watching the forecast, but for now, if you're tuning in from Bardstown, Elizabethtown, Litchfield, Campbellsville, and points south of there, that's where there likely will be on Friday some in the snow for Friday. The full details in the forecast coming up.
Thank you very much, Sam, for that brand new update. We'll join you here in a few minutes. Well,
Definitely need all-wheel, four-wheel drive with the snow as well. So the track of this system will be much farther to the south, impacting more of the deep south state.
But first, here at 5, folks, so take a look. We are kicking off 2025 with a winter storm watch. That's for Metro Louisville. Can actually turn into a combination of freezing rain, ice, and snow this summer.
In advance, but it's never too early to be prepared for that combination of the snow and the ice. It's going to be making for some difficult travel for a lot of us, and you can see the winter storm watch is now posted from the National Weather Service. It's a healthy reminder to make sure you do stay posted to the latest forecast details, as we're still momentarily here, guys.
All right, Sam, thank you very much. In southern Indiana, Clark County, Indiana officials say it's all hands on deck to prepare the roads for possible ice and snow.
That's where we find Jose Alonso and photojournalist Jessica Farley live in downtown Charlestown. And Jose, what do officials want folks to know that are getting out there this weekend?
Connie, what some footage we captured earlier showing here in.
But first,
Taking a look at the satellite and radar this morning, we are seeing some clearing skies here in Kentuckiana. That allowed those temperatures to dip down below freezing overnight. Today could, of course, be another big travel day.
Moving on, with all of that approaching bad weather comes tons of crews around. Yeah, more information. Now let's go back to Matt this morning with a look outside. Matt.
That's right, yeah, we are continuing. But we are in for another round. That accumulated snow around.
The declaration of a state of emergency to ensure.
The roads didn't get very clear, and people around us shouldn't have been driving, and it caused just a big fiasco for everybody around the rural area.
Jim Knight, general manager of Suburban Towing, says the company has removed more than 500 vehicles
you look.
since Sunday.
A lot of these cars here from the first round of snow, people colliding with semis.
And he's prepared to dig people out from even
Temperatures are mostly below freezing, so this mess is going to continue for tonight, and it's been causing a mess on the roadways as well. With more on the live conditions out there, we'll head over to Mallory Schnell.
Hey there, Ben. Yes, we've been seeing some good road conditions.
Get the car started, let it run for a while, let it fall, chop the ice away, let it take them probably an hour and a half just to scrape their car out.
They're not stopping, and hey, folks, today we've got
all this snow and get the snow off the top of their vehicle. They recommend
To that forecast in just a moment, but right now, maybe you are venturing out and about and maybe going to run some errands pretty soon or dinner across town. Just know that there's a couple of snow flurries that
Definitely need all-wheel, four-wheel drive with the snow.
they recommend calling 911 if you're in the way of traffic.
Warnings, fire weather alerts.
Reporting live in the Highlands tonight, Madeline Carter, WKY News. Thanks, Madeline. City leaders were asking
On this
residents parked along emergency snow routes to move their cars.
Complete opposites from coast to coast right now.
Officials set a midnight deadline to prepare for snow plows, but today, many cars were still parked along emergency routes across.
What we had Sunday into Monday. We're not looking at another 8 to 12 inches of snowfall from this system, but it will impact your day Friday and into potentially Saturday morning.
They understand the challenges of those relying on off-street parking.
If you don't have like a decent sized driveway, I know
put your car. City is not towing or issuing tickets, but one cars parked along emergency snow routes and they get plowed in.
And it's not just the roads. Ice and snow-covered sidewalks also pose safety issues. Louisville requires property owners to clear their sidewalks, but that's hard for some who have mobility issues to do themselves, or it can be expensive to hire someone. Glen Mary Home houses disabled veterans and adults. The owner is concerned about her residents.
I'm very concerned about them walking in the streets and getting run over because the sidewalks are still covered in ice.
WHAS 11. WHAS 11 was a JAN.
The WOKY dash cam is back on the roads tonight.
Addie Miners is on the outer loop right now for us. She's giving us a look at what you will be dealing with if you have to go out tonight. Addie, the sun is down now, so what's the situation out there on the roads?
You're right, Rick. Since the sun has come down, we have definitely noticed that roads have started to accumulate snow. And I don't really know that it's gotten too slick yet, but I mean, with the way that it's looking and the snow piling up on the roads, it probably won't be long before some slick spots develop. Now, we are on outer loop, so we've driven through Mount Washington. We got on 65.
12:21 on your Tuesday.
WHAS 11 weather January.
Still snowing?
It's still snowing.
Oh no.
Attention, Super. 2020.
To Taylor County around Campbellsville. Freezing rains and a little more sleet in Metro Louisville. This could have to add up to around 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 inch of ice. Some tree limb damage and some power outages will be possible. We do not heavy snowfall rates over southern Indiana. We've picked up about 8 inches.
We go on the road with the geology teacher and his former student for lessons in gratitude and compassion when life got rocky. That and more tonight on the CBS Evening News. Are you dealing with the death in the family or placing a loved one in the nursing home? You're not going alone. At CLLB Law, we have over 100 years of combined experience protecting your rights and your life savings. If the cost of long-term care, nursing homes, and probate shock you, call us today for a free consultation at one of our Southern Indiana or Louisville offices. No workshop.
Of additional fresh snow will be possible tomorrow. So we're right in the middle of this system right now. This is kind of the icy part. Later tonight, we'll get this dry slot. That'll give us a bit of a break, maybe a little free. Just a very cold rain as we hover around 32, 33 degrees off to the south. So with all of the messy weather out there and the impacts, we do.
We've also got the five brothers who made their mark on and off the road for over 60 years. Like the powerful new Tundra, built to the USA, with the best resale value in its class. Now, during truck and all-wheel drive season, get 2.99 APR financing on every Tundra, or $2,000 customer cash.
Those snowplows are heading to more.
Get yourself Toyota ready. Toyota, let's go.
Open.
A foot of snow melt. 8 to 12 inches. The storm system far off to our east, actually now out into the Atlantic. So we're drying out here. We're actually seeing a little bit of clearing early this morning. It does look like the cloud cover really helped us out overnight because
Licensing regional office. Or get free vision screening at the time of renewal.
early light today, which certainly helps with the wind chill factor. So only expecting wind speeds between about 3 to 7 miles per hour. We could get a couple of flurries out there tonight, but nothing to panic about.
See, when I was a boy isn't even in the script. I thought I'd start with a little backstory. We have 30 seconds. People need to know why we're recommending 30 very short
Stay new newscast after what.
Let's talk about the cold though, because we have plenty of cold temperatures in front. Louisville. The remainder of the day today will be staying dry. It will be pretty cold though, so if you're going to be venturing outside, keep that in mind. It's the call before the storm because guess what? We're already watching winter storm warnings posted. All the counties in this darker blue. That begins at 4 a.m. tomorrow.
Customize and save with.
And here we go again, folks. Another winter storm. We're calling it part 2. You see the storm right now is less than 3.
Many people are frustrated with the conditions in their neighborhoods, stating that the roads are unsafe and impossible.
Whoa!
100 miles just off to our southwest, and look at the slew of winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings in that dark blue. Now, just to give you an idea on the criteria, typically we have a winter weather advisory with up to about 3 inches of snow. Once you get to 4 inches or above, that's when you get technically a winter storm warning. So we're going to be hovering around that 4-inch mark, I think, for many locations. Some spots a little less, some spots a little bit. And then that snow is going to be moving over I-65 or late morning. This is around 11 a.m. We're below freezing all day, so just snow again, not.
And Matt, a lot of people are going to need help in the.
Accumulating snow with the next winter setup as we head into Friday. And then behind that, another round of those chilly temperatures that will be lingering as we head into our next upcoming.
10. Ooh.
It is 12:17 on your Friday. We've made it to pretty much the.
Steady light snow across the area. Behind me here is Interstate 64 by 3rd Street, and we've got some other cameras we're going to be looking at.
And the longer this goes on, you can see that they're extending the danger to the people where the streets aren't plowed.
The east, and notice that snow all the way down to the deep south and the northern portions of Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and South Carolina. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Priorities are fine, but not doing something about this.
Right now with Ben, who is through because the road crews are doing such a great job out there. But you can see some of the lesser traveled routes and off of the interstates really snow covered. Some areas are going to get those higher 4 to 5 inch amounts, while some areas will get those lower, maybe 2 or 3 inch amounts. Either.
But we are in for another round. Story. A winter storm warning is still in place until Saturday at 7 a.m. This is because we're expecting 4 to 6 inches of accumulation plus temperatures below freezing. That's going to keep that accumulated snow around for a while.
Jim Strappan and Addie. Who are
certainly some good advice there, Matt. It's time. The freezing temperatures that's going to keep the accumulated snowfall in place for us. A few flurries beginning to develop already across the Louisville metro, and we're going to see them become more intense as we head into the later parts of the morning, eventually turning into some heavy snow showers as we go into the afternoon. So the winter storm continuing to slowly make its way into
right now. Cruise down the Bluegrass Parkway as well. Snow looking good here. Some big flakes between Shepherdsville, Bardstown, Taylorsville, starting to cover up the neighborhood roads there as well. So for now, winter storm warning.
3 to 4 inches Litchfield through Breckenridge County, as well as Hardin County, even into southwestern Indiana. And the snow
It continues. Live look, tower cam. This is from the Sheraton in Jeffersonville. You know, a couple hours ago, you couldn't even see the downtown building, so the snow rates have indeed come up there just a little bit. Maybe moderate snow, but I think if we get through the next 2-3 hours, that should be just about it. Here's I-65, the Tri-Mark Camera Network. That's I-65 near Spaghetti Junction. I'll tell you what, that portion of the interstate is indeed becoming snow and ice covered now that we're into the dark hours. Please be careful as this light snow will be continuing. And our very own Addie Miners, she's in the WLKY drive cam right now. She's been in the drive cam for the last hour and a half. Addie, you were telling us that road conditions from just an hour and a half ago.
You know, Alex, I went to the gym today, and I did see a fair amount of people for being a holiday. The evening on your New Year's Day, mainly throughout the low to middle 30s. A live look right now at the city, nice little glow to the skyline. We do see a couple of breaks in the clouds. Otherwise, it feels like we are dipping into the 20s. Our current temperature in the lower to middle 30s. Feels like we're at a balmy 27 in Louisville right now. Jasper, you're actually sitting at 25. Carrollton 28. So we're going to be hanging on to a relatively cool remainder of the evening and get used to it, because we're not going to be seeing the 50s, 60s that we saw recently anytime soon. We're actually going to be seeing the first couple of days of 2025 staying on the cool side. I'll look actually at that hourly planner. So again, picking up temperatures later tonight in the lower 30s, and the wind chill factor easily into the 20s. So grab the hat and the mittens heading out the door this evening. The big picture regionally still showing a couple of areas where there's some lake effect snow, even a brief little disturbance across the northeastern United States and the Great Lakes. But as far as we're concerned, we're veering away from any kind of chances for any kind of snow or rain here. And I do think tomorrow we are going to be relatively staying dry. Things will be changing tomorrow night, though. There will be actually system number 1 moving through, a weak clipper.
This is the good news on the calm side. Now, your radar
Town, though, is going to be that storm system Sunday into Monday. Snow, some ice looking possible, and even just frigid cold temperatures on the back edge of that system. We are going to be seeing a very impactful storm system moving through, folks. And
File free in the app if you didn't use.
I directed my team to make sure every resource.
For the ones who rise to every challenge.
Will be on the back edge. It reaches the I-65 corridor, pulls off towards the east, and that will be it. Just a couple of lingering flurries.
I directed my team.
Through tomorrow morning. Your detailed 12-hour forecast will...
Well, Sam, we woke up to the first
takeover. Otherwise, we'll be done with the accumulations, as temperatures will be in the mid and upper 20s.
Friday and Saturday, we're not even going to make it to freezing. We're actually going to be at 31 degrees for Saturday afternoon. Full of sunshine to be closing out the week, but big changes coming our direction. Mother Nature is going to be bringing in some winter weather to our area. We may see some snow flurries during the overnight hours tomorrow night, but the main story will be the end of the weekend into early next week. A combination of rain, snow, and
Otherwise, high temperatures near 31. Quiet skies make a return. Some sunshine on Sunday. That'll help matters big time as we climb to 36. Next week, though, a couple of real cold days.
Now tonight at 5 on WHAS 11 News, we're getting you ready. We now have the first snow and ice totals that are being predicted for Sunday into Monday.
it started. With the winter storm watch posted from the National Weather Service yesterday around this time, and it does begin Saturday night and stretches into the afternoon on Monday. We are not upgraded in a warning yet, but very soon, most likely by tomorrow morning, the National Weather Service the frigid cold air on the back edge of it that's going to be making for some very impactful weather again as the storm passes through. Right now, now, the attention grabber with that low pressure, well off to our northwest. Several thousand miles still to the northwest of us, but with time, it's going to be moving into our neck of the woods. Maybe you're going to be heading. You all are still kind of getting some
p.m. on Monday, but it's not a one-size-fits-all forecast. We are expecting a mixed bag of precipitation that will transition from Sunday into Monday as well. We're talking snow, sleet, in Louisville. So expect a brisk day out there. Your futurecast showing just that. Temperatures hanging out primarily in the 30s for the rest of the day. Lows tonight will dip down into the upper teens and 20s. Tomorrow, the calm before the storm out there, chilly, with partly sunny skies on tap. And then that winter weather will be moving in as we head throughout Sunday morning and really increasing in coverage throughout
the snow team.
Four years of constant crisis.
Snow out there, but we still have quite a ways to go. Right now. Typically is when you get up to about 3 inches. We have a winter storm warning when you get 4 inches or so those are some heavier snowfall rates that are going to slide to the east, and notice that snow all the way down to the deep south and the northern portions of Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia's winter storm warning in the dark blue, and then this lighter shading, that is the winter weather advisory surrounding the winter storm warning. Winter weather advisory up around Seymour. We're kind of around that criteria of an upper level winter weather advisory, low end winter storm warning. Winter weather advisory goes up to 3 inches. Once you get the possibility of 4 inches or more, that's when you get a winter storm warning. So technically, we have a winter storm warning that goes until 7 a.m. I think it'll get
certainly some good advice there. Way into the Ohio Valley, a lot of that snowfall continuing to trend across the southeast. Around Arkansas and Missouri, we're going to see these snowfall rates.
What's this?
For the low in Louisville, 25, and Sellersburg, 26, Hodgenville. So very chilly and very cold as we head into the nighttime hours. Now the system makes its way further into the Atlantic Ocean by early Sunday morning, but we are tracking another round of some possible light snow as we head into early Monday morning. An area of low pressure further towards our north is going to wrap around some more cooler air and moisture that's going to bring in a few small snow showers as we head into Monday morning. We could see some accumulations of about half an inch or so. And then by Monday evening, we stay quiet. Monday night, we're staying quiet as well. But by Tuesday, another little clipper begins to arrive as we head into Tuesday afternoon, bringing in another chance for some small snow accumulations. Now, this cold pattern still is going to be steady as we head into the next several days. We're going to continue.
What? You're gonna take a bath pretty soon, okay?
In place
okay.
For a few.
farther south, you get Munfordville at 29 degrees. So a pretty large winter system here. You notice some darker blue colors out to the west that have yet to come.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance.
32 the high Monday, down to 12 Monday night, and the cold weather. Had so far today, basically right over the top of us, but more snow still stretching out to the west towards Evansville. Typically is when you get up to about 3 inches. We have the winter storm warning when you get 4 inches or above. So there is that chance there could be some 4-inch amounts. That's why we had that winter.
Certainly some good. We make its way into the Ohio Valley. A lot of that snowfall continuing to trend across the southeast. Around Arkansas and Missouri, we're going to see these snowfall rates arrive in our region as we head further on into the afternoon. So we're still going to keep a few flurries around.
And Matt, a lot of people are going to need help in the next.
A lot of that cloud cover finally break apart. We're expecting sunshine to arrive as we head into the afternoon hours, but it's not going to be lasting into our day tomorrow. The next round of snow developing across Texas. This area of low pressure is going to be traveling across the Midwest and into the southeast, making its way to us here in the Ohio Valley as we head into later parts of Friday morning and
here we go again.
Get here in Louisville. A good point here. We will have big impacts from this storm. Right now is less than 300 miles just off to our southwest, and look at the slew of winter weather advisories.
Here at 5.
Really concerned about it? Yeah, it's going to give us slick roads tomorrow afternoon especially, and you typically have a winter weather advisory with up to 3 inches of snowfall. Once you get into that 4-inch plus, then it becomes a winter storm, and we're forecasting amounts of around 3 to 6 inches by tomorrow evening. Most of that snow coming down during the afternoon hours for our Friday.
They're not stopping, and hey, folks, today we've got friendly snow flurries floating all over.
The evening behind me, this is a map with a lot of colors on it. We're used to it. Of course, we had a lot of winter weather alerts Sunday and the Monday of earlier this week, and now we're already looking at more winter weather alerts that are posted for Friday. Notice the Louisville, not in a weather.
I have to find a babysitter.
I have a lot.
If you have a wreck and nobody's injured, they're not gonna send the police.
And temperatures staying below freezing. And then we're tracking our next chance for accumulating snow. You can see as this time ticks along, starting Friday. More so Friday afternoon and evening. Definitely need all-wheel, four-wheel drive with the snowy.
Well, 21 on your Tuesday, a snow day from
On the thaw mark into the weekend, but overall temperatures will be staying below freezing. Travel on any kind of side streets, surface streets, and maybe in the country right now, as we are expecting to see roadways still stay pretty ice and snow covered for the next couple of days. A quick look right now at radar. We do have a low pressure just to the south and east of us, of course. That's from yesterday's storm system. We may see a couple of areas seeing some lake effect snow to the north and east of us, but in the meantime, we are noticing a better chance for some snowfall moving into our neck of the woods Friday afternoon and going into about Friday night. That appears to be that next storm system bringing in some minor accumulation, and we may see again into the course of the night tonight and early tomorrow morning a brief snow flurry. We're going to be watching that forecast and keeping you posted, but in the meantime, our area. Futurecast having a difficult time detecting some of those snow flurries. It will be very brief, and we do expect basically minimal accumulation if any kind of snow flurries do happen overnight tonight. But the next storm system we're watching very closely as we fast forward into the end of this week will be down.
Well, there was some people from Louisville that was just complaining on the news. They said,
so we may have dodged a major bullet when it comes to
Done with this winter storm just yet. We do remain under this winter storm warning that you're seeing here on the map here in the blue, all of Kentuckiana here until 7 o'clock this evening. That does not mean we'll be seeing snow until 7 o'clock this evening, but that means we could be dealing with the impacts through at least 7 o'clock this evening. Now, taking a look at the Max HD radar, we did have some lighter precipitation amounts overnight. We were in what was called a dry slot of this system, so we were dealing with some freezing drizzle on the backside of this area of low pressure. So the system as a whole continues to march off to the east, bringing some heavy snowfall around the Washington, D.C. area, rain down to Atlanta and the deep south, and we still have that wraparound moisture and cold air on the way for us. Temperature-wise, we're in the 20s and lower 30s.
Mallory, good morning. Our roadways are staying either completely or partially snow-covered, but in the metro, it looks like crews that have...
I'm still mom.
Good morning, Sam. That's right. What an impressive storm. Showing all of those storm reports just freezing drizzle overnight. You can see that transition here with whites and blues actually picking up in terms of intensity of it. We're not the only ones in.
what kind of festivities you want to do?
WHAS 11.
Before the sun rose over the Palisades,
Well, guys, we
you could see the buildings still burning. Day 4, and there would be
Complete opposites from coast to coast.
Oh, I know.
What we had Sunday into Monday. We're not looking at another 8 to 12 inches of snowfall from this system, but it will impact your day Friday and into potentially Saturday morning as well. So taking a look at that hour-by-hour future cast here, we will start off Friday with quiet conditions. You can see the storm rolling in. The center of circulation actually pretty much down in the Gulf. That's where the area of low pressure will be. So we are kind of on the far northern edge of this. The good news is we're looking at all snow from this system. It will not be a transitioning wintry mix that we have to figure out here. So models in more agreement for...
Wave weather now.
Well, you know, they know over there, they never cleaned the road over there. People should not go over there. I don't know why people go over there.
Wave weather alert day. That could.
Well, you know what? Make sure they don't slide into your place.
These guys work 24-hour physical shifts. You're just up there a couple of hours counting nothing more than keep yourself safe. The winds are down now, but you mentioned about that. And there's no one to sort that for every single day.
appreciate it. Well, the fires in the Los Angeles area thrown the school year into turmoil. At least a dozen schools are burned, impacting more than 5,700 students. CBS's Lori and Luciano talked to the children affected by all of this.
Complete opposites from
Almost 2,000 students have nowhere to go to school now. It's hard to make sense of it right away, but this is the reminder that was the auditorium.
Here at 5, first tonight, we do want to update you. Still miles and miles backed up. Frustrating scene there at the east end at the moment. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Doug Prophet. And just into the newsroom, JCPS has canceled school for tomorrow. No school on Friday. They've had the week off now. Icy side roads, part of their big decision, and the forecast for more snow. Good news for parents and kids. It's a traditional. Latest briefing from Metro leaders at 3 o'clock today. Jose Alonso is on preparations down in Nelson County. Calling this a winter storm, but are you really concerned about it?
Yeah, it's going to give us slick roads tomorrow afternoon especially, and you typically have a winter weather advisory with up to 3 inch.
Certainly some good advice there, Matt. It's heavy snow showers to arrive with us here in Kentuckiana. A winter storm warning still in place until 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. That's because we're still expecting some accumulating snowfall and steady freezing temperatures.
Right now with
some areas are going to get those higher 4 to 5 inch amounts, while some areas will get those lower, maybe 2 or 3 inch amounts. Either way, impact is very similar. Winter weather advisory typically is when you get up to about 3 inches. We have the winter storm warning when you get 4 inches or above. So there is that chance there could be some 4 inch amounts.
Southern Indiana?
I will. Not much wind. Very, very light and minimal accumulation after sunset, or a little later after sunset. Some flurries overnight, and low temperatures will drop to the low mid-20s. Could be a little refreezing in some spots to watch out for. And again, those untreated and the less traveled roads, I should say, in the rural areas, neighborhood roads, side streets, they're just going to remain slick. So watch out for that through your early Saturday afternoon, maybe a tad bit of melting with a couple flurries tomorrow. High temperatures up around 32 degrees with a few peaks of sunshine possible. Some of the latest data, again, showing anywhere from about 2 to 5 inches of snowfall for most spots. Now, this is jumping ahead. It's going to be a quiet. West over New Albany through Corden and off to the south. This is the heaviest area of snow we've seen so far, right over the top of Elizabethtown. This is about a 1 to 2 inch per hour snowfall rate right over the top of the Western Kentucky Parkway. And eventually that's going to cruise down the Bluegrass Parkway as well. Snow looking good here. Some big flakes between Shepherdsville, Bardstown, Taylorsville, starting to cover up the neighborhood roads there. Snow, and that means some areas.
Liberty Mutual customized my car.
On contact, so we are going to have some slick surfaces. So overall, kind of a gentle, peaceful snow. Or 23 in Scottsburg, Indiana. Elizabethtown at 26, and just a little less cold farther south. You get Munfordville at 29 degrees. So a pretty large winter system here. You notice some darker blue colors out to the west that have yet to come. So those are some snow across the area. It's a little bit steadier right now over much of Hardin County. As we expand out, we're certainly not alone in this. Still a very large winter storm warning in the dark blue. And
oh, it's getting heavier.
But she's not up to 2.5, she's a 2.
Here at 5, first tonight,
then it becomes a winter storm, and we're forecasting amounts of around 3 to 6 inches by tomorrow evening. Most of that snow coming down during the afternoon hours for our Friday. The snowstorm system not too far off to the southwest, making its way through Arkansas, over the Mississippi River to Memphis. And look at all of the winter storm warnings covering many states, especially off to the south. This is going to be a deep south snow as well. Crippling snowstorm for some major metropolitan areas over the southern United States. Again, around 3 to 6 inches. Winter storm warning for most of the area. Winter weather advisory during the overnight hours. A lot of us will get out the door fine with no snow. It's around 7, 8 o'clock. But notice it is. Now, those temperatures are in the mid-20s, and they are going to stay bitter cold through the rest of forecast. So, Ben, we're calling this a winter storm, but are you really? And here we'll get here in Louisville. A good point here. We will have big impacts from this storm, Doug, but not as extreme as the last storm. We're not going to get the ice. We're not going to get the strong winds, but we will have snow. We'll have snow-covered roads tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow.
No.
And Matt, a lot of people that.
We're expecting accumulating snow with the next winter setup as we head into Friday, and then behind that, another round of those chilly temperatures that will be lingering as we head into our next upcoming week. We're not alone in this either. Most of the southeast is under a winter storm warning, and this was just it's going to be around as we head to Friday evening. Clear and quiet so far this morning. We're seeing a lot of that cloud cover finally break apart. We're expecting sunshine to arrive as we head.
At Harbor Freight, we do.
Warning posted for all the area. This is from the National Weather Service. It does go, again, the dark blue is that winter storm warning. It does go until 7 a.m. on Saturday morning, and there's a winter weather advisory well to the north of us. That's where accumulation will be a little bit less in central Indiana. We're already watching the bands of snow inching in from much of Oklahoma and Texas. With time, this activity is going to be rotating into our area, bringing some steady snow all of tomorrow. And right now, the snowfall forecast, we're looking at a solid.
And here we'll have snow-covered roads tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. So the storm right now is less than 300 miles just off to our southwest. And look at the slew of...
Certainly some good advice there, Matt. See them become more intense as we head into the later parts of the morning, eventually turning into some heavy snow showers as we go into the afternoon.
Sunday, Monday, we had this big ice storm. So not the snow, not the ice storm. But a few days it's going to clear up now.
Around 9:30 a.m.
More days, Lullaby.
Grandma,
Yes, Cookie.
how many days?
Huh?
How many days to clear up?
I think a few more days it's going to clear up.
He's asking how many more days.
Okay, Nathan?
Okay.
He opened, once in a while he opened the balcony door and stick his head outside. He said, I need fresh air. Yeah, he said, I need fresh air. And Nolan, when he stick his head out and knock the closets and buy the snow. I know. Just a few more days, Nathan. And then I don't want to hear about it. I want to be home. I want to be home. I should have enough now. Huh? You want to go out to eat too?
Hey, Grandma.
What, Nathan?
Do you think Tuesday we go out to eat?
Not Tuesday, it's gonna be before Tuesday.
Monday?
Maybe Sunday. Sunday she. I don't know.
It's gonna take a while.
Yeah, why you say Tuesday, Nathan?
I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know.
I don't know.
And further on,
I don't know.
closer into the afternoon, that's whenever I'm expecting
Yes.
us to see heavy snow showers arrive. We could see some snowfall rates between 1 and 2 inches per hour. That's going to remain steady all throughout the afternoon time, past 3 p.m. and into 6 p.m. Snowfall in
She don't read messages. I'll send a message and I can see she didn't read them. She must be really, real bad. But that's good.
To come, so those are some heavier snowfall rates that are going to slide to the east.
When it seems like she's almost too weak to talk, that bothers me. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, because for him to go out and get food, so he'll be gone for 3 hours. He's like this all the time. He tells I'll be back. And he'll come back for hours and hours and hours. He does all the time.
Cool. Remainder of the evening and get used to it because we're not going to be seeing the fit.
That's okay, everybody does.
About any accumulation, maybe up to a couple of tenths of an inch across our northeastern communities. This is a look, though, at what we are looking at Sunday.
Still going.
Where's she going with 2 kids? Who's gonna have them with kids? She's not even a car. She has nothing.
Well, I'm glad to know that.
making its way in. It's just going to be a little reminder. But yeah, we are definitely in for the winter change up as we head into our day tomorrow. You know, today has been very sunny. All day for both days. Snow and ice are going to be our main weather threats. We're expecting accumulations of both, and that's what's going to lead to some of these hazardous travel conditions. So the winter storm warning now in place until 7 p.m. on Monday. We're still staying under mostly quiet conditions, a few passing clouds beginning to make their way into our skies, but over towards the west, you'll notice that we are starting to see a few of those flurries begin to band together just across the very edge of western Kentucky. It's all connected to the upcoming system that is still shaking up across the Rocky Mountains. It's now over Colorado, and it has a lot of things to fuel it as it makes its way closer towards us. The first thing that it's going to encounter as it makes its way closer to the east is a steady pocket of moisture centered over Texas. It's going to really drive this into its center of circulation and combine it with these very intensely cold temperatures as it makes its way further into the Ohio Valley. So it's really just going to swirl around a lot of this moisture and these below freezing temperatures. That's really going to bring us the majority of this storm system. So as it advances its way further towards the east and into the Ohio...
She says it don't bother her. I guess she's used to it. I don't know. It does bother you. Come on. I asked her about that.
Valley is...
But she was working.
Wow. Look at that snow. So pretty.
I said, why are you doing this for? You never get anything for him. Well, because that's the person I am. That's what she was telling me.
The snow never gonna melt.
That's why last year on her birthday, I offered for her to buy dinner. I told her, I said, you just see what you want for dinner. I said, and tell them to call me and I'll pay for it.
Let us know I record it.
You know? I wonder if it's because you said, I wonder if she was thinking about I was not gonna bite for everybody.